Yeah, it's gone.
God, son of a gun.
It
Decline
wasn't. It
back,
is now.
decline back.
It is. It wasn't at the time,
what
but
a
it is now.
Christmas. Two-head blue.
I got
My baby gone.
I had a cookie decorating event on Saturday. Had to go somewhere and frost some cookies.
Oh, how was that?
It was good. But I found out that my girlfriend's twin brother's favorite Christmas song, Christmas Shoes.
Like legitimately? Or
No, legitimately. Like so then we put it on while we were decorating, and he was blasting. He was singing his heart out.
So I'd like to buy these shoes for my mama, please. It's Christmas and these shoes are just a sign. Can you hurry, so Daddy says there's not much time. She's been sick for quite a while. I know these shoes will make her smile. I wanted to look beautiful when Mama meets Jesus tonight.
Christmas shoes.
And daddy gone nowhere. Don't
Those aren't the words.
Christmas shoes.
That's definitely not the words.
There's definitely a part where he goes, Christmas shoes.
I'd have to disagree with you.
Daddy says there's not much time.
What a sad, depressing song.
It's very sad, very depressing. I can't believe that the dad is like, yeah. I mean, I guess it's kind of admirable. She's like, listen, your mom is going to die. Why don't you go walk the streets on your own and find some Christmas shoes? Or you know what? I bet you the kid just like left the hospital on his own, and his dad's like, Kevin, where are you?
She's that woman's still making money off that movie too. She's in the Capital One commercial right now.
Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
She's an all-time actress.
No, I know, but like she's, you talk about movies that span like that will just keep you rich forever.
Yeah.
You
got to get lucky.
Yeah.
One of those. Yeah,
Find a movie that'll keep you rich forever. Because you'll just always get like, dude, you want to know who has that actually? Is those two fucking guys from Scrubs.
Yeah, and look, I don't like that. I never liked the show. Scrubs.
I don't think I've ever watched an episode of it.
It really stinks, in my opinion.
Dude, I mean, it was on for quite a while, was it? Or not maybe that long, but it was very popular.
It was on for a minute. It was
very popular.
It was on for a minute.
In its prime. And like I said, they're still like they got a Super Bowl commercial last year, I'm pretty sure, those two guys.
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
Like T-Mobile or something.
T-Mobile. They've got a podcast, the two of them.
What do they talk about? What's it called?
I don't know. Like I don't know.
Not Scrubs?
Stupid. Yeah. No offense to them.
What are they?
Really, those fellas, they just don't hit me the right way.
The one guy's face I don't like.
Zach Braff? The
Probably.
white guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Zach Braff, legitimately, he's a good, like, filmmaker. Like, he's made some solid movies on his own that he's, like, produced independently and stuff. Like, he's like legit, but I still I hate that, the character that he plays in Scrubs, and also the guy, the black guy, the black scrub, he is in, like, Clueless, and he's great in Clueless, but just the two of them being those characters together, I really hate. I think it's because they're so upbeat.
Yeah,
that's probably
maybe that, and that's you know what? It's
ridiculous.
Not that guy's face. It's just his face when he smiles.
Yeah.
just when he's happy.
When he feels joy, it takes joy away from me.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's something I have a problem with.
Exactly that.
Dennis is
no more Christmas. New rule for the rest of the episode. No more Christmas shoes.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
You can't do that.
Yes,
You're being a real Meister burger right now, man. You can't take the people's Christmas shoes from them. I mean, hey, it's what he signed up for.
Yeah. I had something else. Oh, another medical show I never watched. House. You ever watched House?
I've seen a couple episodes for sure.
I feel like that show was all the rage too, and I feel like the rage was like, yeah, this guy's a dick.
Yeah, but
and he's a drug addict. Was he also a drug addict?
Yeah, I think so.
A drug addict dick.
You never watched House though?
No.
I bet if you watched it, you'd really like it because
but he's good at diagnosing.
He's great at being a doctor. He's
at
a great
diagnosing.
Doctor. No, he can doctor. He doctors people
too.
Yeah, he doctors.
I thought he just diagnosed.
No, he just walks around the hospital with his cane being like, cancer,
yeah.
chicken pox,
AIDS. Yeah.
I was getting AIDS, Matthew. It's a rule of threes.
Yeah.
AIDS comes last because nothing beats AIDS.
Yeah.
Nothing beats AIDS.
No.
That's a classic rule.
Not these days. AIDS is common cold these days.
That's true. Yeah. Hot chew, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. AIDS. AIDS. No big deal. Whatever. Yeah, come on. All right, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Speaking of AIDS, I'm so excited for Timothy Chalamet to beat Bob Dylan.
Yeah. Did Bob Dylan have AIDS?
No.
Oh.
At least not that we know of.
But
I cannot. I saw another trailer for it like the other day. I'm so excited.
I haven't even seen a trailer yet. I think I saw like a microsecond of a clip. And I don't think I like Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm on the Timmy C train so heavily, dude. And I said this to somebody at work the other day, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm not a Bob Dylan guy." That was their response. It's like, I don't know if I am either, but like I'm a Timothy Chalamet guy. Is that how you say his last name?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Why? Because of Dune?" Like, I'm not a big like sci-fi guy, and I was like, "No. Yes, I do like the Dune movies, but no." Willy fucking Wonka, dude. Wonka. Did you went and watched it after Wonka, I talked? Dude.
And I thought I was going to hate it, and I fucking loved it.
Unbelievable
it.
film.
Was really good.
So good, dude. And he does some song and dance in that.
Yep.
And I want to hear his Dylan.
Yeah, they play in the trailer.
They touch
I'm trying not to watch it.
I want to hear does he have a good Dylan?
You know, he does that thing that I love because it's what Taron Egerton did in Rocketman when he played Elton John. It's him, but he has his own spin on it in a good way, and that's from what I
like. Don't
have
try
heard,
to be Dylan, just be Dylan.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you were
and
Dylan,
if you're listening to this and you don't get that, then you're helpless.
Go see House.
Yeah, go see House because he's got a diagnosis for you. It's gonna take him a couple minutes to get up the stairs, but once he sees you, he's gonna mark you straight up. But dude, I'm so glad because I feel like maybe I'm misremembering, but I do feel like there were people kind of hating on Chalamet a couple years ago.
There definitely were, and I was probably one of them. But then I saw Wonka, and I was like pretty all in on him. And then he was on Game Day for college football last week. Did you see it?
No.
Dude, guy knows ball.
No kidding.
He fucking – I don't know if he like studied it as if it was like an acting role or if he's a really big football fan, but he talked about football like he was like a true like football fan.
The real deal.
And I think it turned a lot of people. Like I think a lot of fellas are like, dude, this Timmy C guy ain't so bad after all.
No, he's not, man. And I mean, well, to add to that, Ben and Jake of Scheming and Dreaming fame, what flipped them over for Timothy Chalamet was when he was in like middle school. He had a YouTube channel all about like modding Xbox controllers and stuff like that. Like he's just cool. He's just the man, and I'm glad that. You know, I just feel like we need somebody as a country that we can come together on for like a movie star. It is him. It's already him, man. Hey, I hate to break it to you. It's already him. It's already him. He's the man. He's the Lisan Al-Gaib. He's Bob Dylan.
He is the Lisan Al-Gaib.
I love Timothy Chalamet. He's in every movie now, which you could complain about that if you want.
I know him in 3 movies.
But those are the only movies that have ever come out.
Dune 2 and then Wonka.
Yeah, name any other movie. You can't because he's not in them. But he's the man. I love him, and I love that he's Bob Dylan.
When's it come out?
Christmas Day. Christmas Day.
I figured. It's big.
Which
do they get? I mean, not that any box office gets good ratings anymore, but do they get good box office ratings on Christmas Day?
Oh yeah, they're still in it.
There's a lot of people that's their, because that's notoriously been a big day, dude. Movie talk. Continuing on. I want to watch that Christmas movie with The Rock.
Oh, Red One.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to somebody who did see it, actually. She loved it.
Did they see it in theaters?
No.
They saw it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Is it on Amazon Prime, like free,
it's
or is
free
it one
on
of the
Prime?
Let's
free
go,
on Prime.
dude. Because I saw the ad when I was watching football yesterday. That was now in theaters everywhere and on Amazon Prime, and I didn't know if that was
VOD or whatever.
Yeah, because again, that's not a bad gig if you're gonna the $19 to stay at home and watch a movie kind of thing, you know. But I didn't want to watch it that bad, so I might watch it tonight. I might give it the old rent because I haven't watched. That was the only dude. I had this thought because it's December 16th, and I've been postponing Christmas movies because I'm like, it's not Christmas movie time yet. But now it's almost too late.
Yeah,
that was the first glimpse of a Christmas movie. But also part of that, I'm getting a little off the rails here, is Netflix really lays it on thick with a lot of the Christmas movies that they make, you know, and I'm just not about it. There's too many shitty Christmas movies because all Christmas movies used to be kind of low budget shitty, but they were fantastic.
Sure.
And now they have low budget shitty Christmas movies, but they try to
capture that
pizzazz
magic.
them, and I don't like it.
Okay.
Have you watched those Christmas Chronicles, that Netflix series of movies?
Oh, with Kurt Russell as Santa Claus?
Maybe.
Well, no, I haven't.
I refuse. You want to know why?
Sure.
Because I think Santa looks like plastic Santa from...
He does.
That's what he looks like on the pictures.
He's got a thick head of hair.
And it looks not real. The beard looks like the least realistic beard I've ever seen in my life.
I bet you that is his real beard, though.
Well, but they probably just doctor it up.
Yeah, sure.
But it doesn't. It looks. I don't know. So I'm just right away, boom, not about it. And they have other Christmas movies on there that just don't look good to me.
I did watch the first two Santa Clauses this year.
Yeah,
you got to get those in.
I haven't.
You got to get those in.
And the NFL is playing on Christmas Day now, and so you don't even really get a Christmas Story.
Right. Because people watching football instead of TBS.
Football is way more important.
That's the way it goes.
I'm nervous about Netflix, though.
What do you mean?
Netflix is doing the Christmas Day games.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
First time
so
ever.
Weird.
And after the whole Jake Paul fight debacle.
Right. Well, you know what? I bet you, if that was a test for them, I'm sure they're aware of that and they're ready to go.
Yeah, but can you just press the fix it button? How do you fix it?
No,
you got to have more servers or
yeah.
Can you get that? How many more servers do you need?
I don't know. You better get a bunch. You got to buy them from Jeff Bezos, dude, but he'll sell them to you.
Dude, there was it's funny you say that because I was listening to a podcast actually, and that was a theory that somebody said why doesn't Netflix just pay Amazon to stream it, put on Netflix's platform? And they were like, why the fuck would Amazon do that? Amazon also has NFL games and they stream them. If anything, Amazon should want Netflix to fail pretty miserably so that then they can do all those games going forward.
Maybe, but
what if it's Jeffy B pulling a fast one on Netflix? What if he's in The Kingsman when Samuel L. Jackson calls his buddy and is like, hey, one of my satellites just went offline. Can I borrow one of yours? And he has his buddy send his satellite over. You think Jeff Bezos is just moving his satellite a little bit closer to Netflix HQ on Christmas Day and just screwing with their servers?
Yeah. I bet he is. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can get the bead
going.
Yeah,
you put your hand on there.
Scan it,
and then music plays, and then everybody's head blows up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's probably how it'll go.
Yeah. That's how it went in that movie.
But yeah, I mean I feel like chips for everybody. Most people don't realize that Amazon, the majority of their money comes from selling server space. That's their primary business. And all the other stuff that they do for us is just
AWS, Amazon Web Services.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's their number one.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like people, because most people, I guess I'm really just speaking from my own experience, but I'm like, Amazon, they sell shit online. So much more than that.
Yeah. But
or it's
you
not so much
about,
more than that, but
there's so much
that's what they
cost that goes into that also because they're inventorying all that shit. They have all those warehouses. They're hiring people. They have, dude, I actually noticed this the other day. Amazon's, and I've never looked, UPS is probably this, but I've never actually looked. Same with FedEx. But I notice it on the Amazon vans, like they're non-branded.
Yeah, sometimes
like they're just Amazon.
Yeah.
And dude, they're like spaceship looking ass. I think they're all electric.
They look electric.
Yeah, when you hear them, like sometimes we walk in the dog, when you can hear an electric, or maybe they're at the very least like nice hybrids.
Yeah,
but I think they might be electric.
They're pretty cool looking.
Yeah, and they're just like. Do you think they're Tesla?
No, that'd be too expensive. I think.
I don't think so. Not if you did like a giant bulk order of like private branded vans. Like, because if they're fully electric, who else is making them then?
I mean, maybe the batteries are Tesla, but I don't think like Tesla's manufacturing those cars. Oh, Emily's picking up the mic.
They use that company called Rivian.
Rivian?
Yeah.
Dude, that was going to be my next guess.
Because Rivian's is just like a base that you can put like any chassis like on top of. It's like a bit like, yeah.
And guess
Rivian.
what?
Cool.
Guess what? Rivian, way more fucking expensive than Tesla. So right there, suck it.
Okay.
But they're built to just like, you can just like plop any... like they kind of have
so they
like
just throw the Amazon shell on
it's
it.
Like
pretty much, I think, yeah.
Really? I didn't know that about Rivian. They have the Rivian trucks are cool. Actually, the Rivians are nice.
I've never heard of them before.
Yeah.
That's cool, though.
Rivian. Was it Polestar? Is that the other one?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever
have
actually
heard of,
seen,
but I think
like,
we're talking about
I was in
different
one
things.
once.
But I see like the Rivian SUVs like driving around sometimes.
Yeah, they're nice. There's not too many of them, but I guess I don't know if they're actually nice. They look very nice, and I'm pretty sure they're expensive.
Rivian.
Yeah, Polestar. Is that what it's called?
I'm not googling that. Buffalo
I think Emily's
Soldier.
Polaris. Yeah, it's Polestar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Polestar is Swedish.
Yeah.
Swedish.
Polestars are nice. I was in one once. Uber. In Los Angeles. Got a Polestar.
The city of
and
lights.
Of course, just like, dude, just in stride, hopped in instantly. Oh, never been in one of these before. How long you had it? How long's the battery? Just started
man. Just the classic Uber.
Yep. Letting him have
Giving him the business.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He was not getting out of there without a question answered.
Uh-huh. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, he said he leases it, too. The guy leased it. Like, he leases it, and he just drives it around. And he has, like, a regular car that he drives, like, for himself. But what he does when he's done driving for the day, just, like, drops it off, plugs it in, essentially.
Cool.
And then, drives his daily.
Takes care of business.
Yeah. Taking care of business. Shout out, Dennis.
Man, some of them are just for us, folks. Folks, the holiday season is in full swing. All right, you've got enough on your plate. Okay, why add going to the grocery store to your list? All right, that's why you got to use Instacart, because with Instacart, you can get not just groceries, but some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour. Okay, and Instacart is perfect if you're already got something going for the holidays, and you're like, oh, shit, I forgot that last little ingredient or that thing that we need, or I forgot I'm supposed to go to this party and I gotta bring deviled eggs or something. If you're going to like a gross party, I don't know what you do. I'm gonna try not to judge, but the point is this: Instacart is there for you. All right, they can get whatever it is you're looking for, boom, right to your front door. But the best part is right now, 2 in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. What do you think about that, BB-8? You can't say that, but all you have to do to get that great deal, hit the link in this episode description. Again, that's free delivery on your first order of $10 or more. Get that deal, make things a little easier on yourself this holiday season, and start using Instacart today. Folks, if you need any last-minute gifts out there, or if you just want to treat yourself to something nice, go check out all the great merch we have got over at Snackspot at se/creator/teespring.com. Link's going to be in this episode description. T-shirts, bucket hats, mugs, notebooks, fanny packs, slides, pint glasses, all kinds of great stuff. Top quality, too, by the way, okay? We would not cheap out, especially during the holiday season, Christmas season. Come on, folks. All right, make sure you get something nice for yourself and help support the show, so that's pretty cool, too. Again, link's going to be in the episode description, or go check it out for yourself at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. And if you're interested in advertising on this show, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. You know, podcast advertising, it's carved out its own spot for itself in the market, right up there with television advertising, newspapers, bus bench ads, whatever people advertise on. And it's cool to see because now you have companies like McDonald's and State Farm heading into the podcast space. These are massive companies that do ads on like the Super Bowl and stuff like that. So it's good to see them moving into something newer, something a little more relevant and effective than your kind of local TV ads or whatever. But the problem is there's not really been any room left for smaller or even local businesses to get in on the action. So if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits of podcast advertising, again, hit us up, reach out to us at snackspotsports@gmail.com. You know, that was the first time I've never done karaoke before.
Dude.
Like, ever. So thanks for
pushing me to get
pushing
up
me
there.
to
And
do
you
it,
fucking crushed it, dude. Because I sent you a video like the couple days later of actual musicians singing.
Oh, yeah.
Walking in Memphis.
Yeah, right.
And they had their own spin on it, but it wasn't Mark Cohen enough.
It wasn't like Timothy Chalamet doing Dylan.
Yeah.
He's no Chalamet Dylan.
That was a tough setting to do karaoke in.
Well, you did very well.
Yeah, but
it's weird. There
was not a lot of.
We should just say we were at like a karaoke bar or at any public place. We were just in a living room
with like a lot of people that we don't really know that well. Which that isn't what bothers me, because usually you're not doing karaoke to that many people you know. But like nobody was really listening to the karaoke.
No.
Which,
there was
like,
a child fight pit.
Yeah, there was a
center.
fight pit in the middle of my
Somebody
set.
still owes me $20 on Gray Shirt.
Yeah, Gray Shirt was. Yeah.
Gray Shirt was.
He started
going
wrestling.
crazy.
He was starting wrestling that week.
He was
that
going
kid's going.
nuts.
Yeah, we got to get some scouts down here. He's going to be an Olympic wrestler one day.
Yeah, he's going to be big. Look out for Gray Shirt.
It was because like you got there was no bad reaction or good reaction. You just got no reaction. Like nobody gave a and it was pretty loud. So you're up there like screaming into this microphone and just nobody's giving a fuck. Like there's just people in the kitchen eating appies.
Yeah. That's what you need though.
Yeah. No, not me.
Oh.
I like all eyes. Yeah. I should have thrown a fit.
I can't work under these conditions. You guys have no respect for art. Could have gotten away with it if it weren't for those meddling kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun, though.
Yeah.
I wasn't as nervous as I thought I was going to be.
Nah,
but probably just because it was a living room.
Yeah. Nah, it's fun when you're at a bar and there's like people and they, had a couple drink. Like everybody's a loose crowd that like, because people are more so, because it's usually loud. Like, you know what I mean? That's all you can hear. So people are usually hanging out. But if somebody has stage energy, they'll like dial in. Like it doesn't matter how good of a voice you have, unless you have like, unless you start singing Ave Maria, one of those.
Yeah. No, don't try.
Okay,
go ahead. Try for real. Try for real.
I can't, because I can't do the Maria. I can't get high there.
Mama Maria.
Yeah,
hit that one.
Yeah.
The sunlight surely hurts my house. I'm a lonely dreamer on the highway in the skies. See the sunlight when the skies are gray.
Who is that?
I can never remember.
Alan Jackson?
It's not Alan Jackson, but
you were doing Alan Jackson though.
Well, because the guy fucking sounds just like him, but I'm pretty sure it's not Alan Jackson because that's a song I'll play in the car for myself quite often. Mama Maria.
Oh, it's what's the guy? The guy that Garth Brooks. Is it Garth Brooks?
It might be Garth Brooks.
I think it's Garth Brooks.
I'll Google that. I'll Google My Maria.
I think that's Garth Brooks.
Maria.
Brooks and Dunn.
Oh yeah,
it could
I think
be
it
Brooks
is
and
Brooks
Dunn. Yeah, which I love Brooks and Dunn.
They got some absolutely great tunes.
Brooks and Dunn. Look at fucking Emily back there.
Which one do you think that is, Brooks or Dunn?
Oh, that's Brooks.
Yeah, that's Brooks for sure. Jesus Christ.
You ever seen Dunn?
No, nobody has. Nobody knows what Dunn looks like. He's like it's like a Penn and Teller situation almost.
Yeah, Penn and Teller
My
situation.
Maria. Yeah.
Whoever the fuck Penn and Teller is.
The magicians. One's tall and he's got a ponytail, and the other's short and he doesn't talk. You don't know Penn and Teller? Penn and Teller's Fool Us? You never watched Penn and Teller's Fool Us? You would love that show. So that Penn and Teller, here, you'll recognize them because they're like...
Dude, I can almost guarantee you I'm not going to recognize...
Yeah, you will.
You just did... No.
You're not even looking at them.
I can see them.
You're not even looking
No,
at them.
that's Brooks and Dunn, Andy.
I'm trying. It's loading. It's loading,
Let it
man.
load.
I'm trying my best. These guys, these motherfuckers right here. You don't recognize Penn Jillette?
I think I recognize Penn. I definitely don't recognize Teller.
Yeah, Penn's kind of more out and about. Penn's a bit more outgoing.
But I feel like I recognize him because I've seen him like at a dive bar.
Oh, he just looks like that guy. Yeah, he does look like a guy. You know, Penn Jillette, huge Bob Dylan fan. Like, has read every book about Bob Dylan.
If he wasn't wearing a suit in that picture, I would probably assume that he's
Hey, Boston Globe.
had at least
Eat my ass.
one squad car called to his house for domestic violence at some point.
Penn Jillette. Here's everything you got to know about Penn Jillette. Big Bob Dylan fan. World's biggest Bob Dylan fan. Huge atheist. You know how he met his wife? Let me tell you this story. Because
He was beating his girlfriend.
He was beating his girlfriend, and this woman walked up and said,
threw a kick in there.
I could probably take one of those. But they were leaving a supermarket. I had to do the cart, so I knew what I had to do. And there was this beautiful sunset, and there's this guy standing in the parking lot looking at that sunset, and he's like, man, you see something like that? How can you not believe in God? And Penn and his wife, at the very same time, they go, there is no God. And they've been together ever since.
Nice.
That's love. That's beauty. But so they're like magicians, like top tier, like illusionist type guys, right?
I've never heard of him. So
you kind of have.
No, I haven't. Andy, I say this all the time. You want to know my pet? Emily, do you know what my pet peeve is? Like the thing
I
that irks
know.
me the most.
You've talked about this before.
It's when I say
when
I don't.
He insists that you must.
Yeah. When you're like, do
But
you know
it's
so and
Penn
so?
and
And I'm
Teller.
like, no. And they're like, yeah, you do. Why the fuck would I? Why would I not just say yes?
Because your memory's not the best, Matthew.
Yeah,
but
so
then
that
he
means I don't know
doesn't
who they are.
I think there's a difference between like,
Oh, okay.
you know.
I'm kind of sold on that.
yeah, like forgetting it. You might as well just not know.
Yeah.
You know.
Damn.
It's the same thing.
That does make sense.
Like, do you know trigonometry?
Yeah.
So if
I
I,
know
gave you a trig
trigonometry
problem, would you be able
down
to
the
solve it
street.
right now?
Trig problem. What?
Take the trig regents right now.
I would
Yeah.
love to. I would love to. Give me a trig regents. Someone fly in a trig regents. We'll helicopter in a trig regents right now. All of it.
I don't trust helicopters
Cosine.
either. Oh, also,
Cosine
dude,
over sine.
why haven't they invented?
You know what that equals? I don't even have to tell you.
Why haven't they invented tan? That's
Yep.
yeah, maybe.
Oh.
Why haven't they invented? Maybe they have. Maybe I'm lost here. But you know, in movies, how people have, I think the Avengers have one. Airplanes that are airplanes with wings and everything, but they also can like turn the jets down and go up. Like they don't need a runway to take off. Like they go up and then they.
Yeah.
Why don't those exist in real life?
It's really hard to create that. I don't know.
No, I get it because the second you stopped. Well,
vertical takeoff and landing.
Well, you'd have to make the wings be aerodynamic enough to like let you go up without them breaking. Probably, you know what I mean?
Right.
And but no, because then you could just then you could go up and then you could start like slowly but surely be going up at an angle until you got enough speed to be. But
I just heard somebody talking about this.
why don't those exist? Because
it's something with the physics, dude. The physics is really difficult.
I understand.
The engineering
that.
is really hard.
I understand that.
But
why haven't they figured it out yet?
because it's hard to do,
I
man.
just solved it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. You make the wings sturdy enough to be able to take the forces of propelling it up.
How though?
That's
you do it. You gotta do it,
Andy.
That's not an answer.
Any movie with a billionaire in it, they have one of those planes.
Yeah, but
Because think about
Real
it. Like,
life
that totally
technology.
eliminates
No, I am
helicopters.
thinking
And I don't
about it.
trust
I am thinking
helicopters
about it.
one bit.
I
There's
hear
not
ya.
1 ounce of me that trusts a helicopter.
They're very dangerous. Killed Kobe.
And also, like, talk about physics, airplanes kind of make sense. Like, if you really think about it, like, an airplane makes sense.
Yeah.
Helicopters still don't make sense. I can get how they go up. I don't get how they go,
How they
forward or back.
It's all tilting. It's pretty cool.
But how do they tilt it? You just, okay, couple more people to the front here.
No. It's you have the control.
Yeah, but I feel like that
affects the,
rotor doesn't
propeller.
tilt. I feel like the helicopter tilts.
Well,
So how do you get the helicopter to
yeah,
tilt?
you have well, every helicopter has one little kid in it. Terry, usually his name is like Terrence or something, and they'll like run to the front, and then they'll throw a little ball for him, and he'll run to the back. And some of the cheaper helicopter brands that can't afford children, they use like puppies and stuff. They're like, okay, throw the ball to the front, run to the front, run to the back. And that's how Kobe died. The puppy wasn't trained. So he peed on that floor of the helicopter. Nobody laid a newspaper down, and just all hell broke loose. And now we lost one of the greatest Lakers of all time. Mama Maria.
It should exist. Like, you
Okay,
ever seen the
yeah,
movie The
but
Lost City?
I'm sure they're working
You ever
on
seen
it,
the
man.
movie The Lost City
No.
with Channing Tatum and
Sandra Bullock?
yeah.
No, I've not seen it.
Daniel Radcliffe,
Shout out to him.
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
He has one of those in that movie.
Terrific. But they don't exist in real life.
But the way his works is his plane looks like a regular plane, but then there's like propellers in the wing.
yes.
But
No,
not
I
like
know what
under
you're
the wing
I
or like
know what
on
you're
the wing.
talking
Like
about.
there's a hole in
Yes.
the wing.
Yes. That's what I've been picturing this whole time, pretty much.
But you could also do it where you just have like the engines also just.
Well, I think best case scenario you have both. You have that. That might actually help with something. I don't know, man. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a physicist
Neither
anymore.
am I. But you're telling me like there's all these fucking people going MIT and
Bruh.
nobody's invented this fucking airplane
I'm sure
yet.
they're
We got
working
NASA,
on it.
We have NASA, Elon Musk, MIT, and we don't have a plane that can just take off.
I'm sure they're working on it.
You gotta have a runway.
I'm sure they're working on it, but yes, you have to have a runway these days. You just do. I'm sure they're working on it, but it's a tough
Like, how is
problem. It's a tough problem to solve, man.
Rocket, airplane,
It's not that simple.
helicopter. You take all three. There's 3 ways you can get into the air. You put all 3 together and you got one.
Jetpack.
No,
Think about jetpack.
not that high though. But also, yeah, jetpack. It's kind of rocket.
That's
That's
different.
rocket.
That's rocket.
Jetpack's
Jetpack is rocket.
yeah.
Jetpack is rocket.
Yeah, jetpack is rocket.
Jetpack is actually rocket. Buffalo Soldier.
No, not Caribbean Christmas this year.
It should be. Every year. Every year's a Caribbean Christmas down in the islands,
Dude,
baby.
I am starving. You want to know what I love? Lasagna.
Ah, yes.
Shout out Garfield.
Shout out to Garfield.
Yeah, but I'm just hungry, and you were talking Christmas, and like I
Yeah.
feel like lasagna. And also,
Staple
dude,
of Christmas foods.
do you like lasagna? I feel
I
like you're
do.
not
I like a
okay.
cheese lasagna.
What about if there's like a bolognese, a meat sauce in it though?
I don't really like meat sauce,
Oh, dude,
but
I'll slurp
Yeah.
on some meat sauce.
yeah,
I'll slurp on that meat.
yeah, I know you will. I know you will. You've always said that.
You don't like meat sauce?
I
Dude,
don't mind
love
it.
Lasagna.
I don't mind it, but I don't
My
love it.
lasagna.
My lasagna. Your meat sauce surely burns my eyes.
Did you give me a Christmas present?
Yeah.
I haven't got you a Christmas present yet. Well, I have like a few like things.
Yeah.
I haven't pulled the trigger because I'm
Destitute?
thinking.
Okay. Yeah, I always want to get you something really good. And this year I didn't get you something
I think I'm gonna
really
not- I
good.
think
But there's still time.
I think I'll close the deal by
you
Saturday.
know what I'll get you is fucking Penn and Teller Fool Us on DVD.
Yeah, I could use.
I'm
use
telling
some
you.
kindling.
You would like that show. The premise of the show is they have magicians on performing their most grandiose tricks, their most impressive tricks, and then Penn and Teller like guess how they do it. It's like a magician version of Beat Bobby Flay. If that doesn't sell you on it right there, what are you doing? That's TV.
I will watch it right after I finish Detroiters. Shout out to Sam Phillips.
You would like the show. It's good. And Detroiters is great. That show ahead of its time, canceled too early because Comedy Central is not even a fucking network anymore. It's a cardboard box with like a fucking rabbit antenna on it that just plays Office reruns all fucking day. And Detroiters, God, it was good. But Tim Robinson's doing a new sitcom type series on HBO. It's called The Chair Company. It's going to be very funny, I assume.
All right.
So just look out for that. If you haven't watched Detroiters, you can buy it on Amazon, 2 seasons. All you got to do is laugh. It's so fucking funny. That show is so good. And
what's the fun in that, Andy? You want people to be happy?
No, I don't. In fact, the opposite.
I want everybody.
I think I'm on record saying the exact opposite. But Detroiters is just so good. And if you got to buy season 4 on Amazon, each season's going to cost you like $12 or something, I think maybe.
That's nothing.
It's worth it. It's so worth it. You get hours of entertainment. It's so ahead of its time, that show. It's so fucking funny. It's so good. What else we got? Superman, the new Superman movie.
Didn't even know.
With the James Gunn.
Didn't even know there was one.
Well, you know how Warner Brothers is falling apart and everything with all their DC stuff. So now James Gunn, director of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, also writer of Scooby-Doo, the live-action Scooby-Doo film. Well, not Scoob.
Oh.
Come on, he's not a fucking genius. He's a great filmmaker, but he's not. He's not that good.
Yeah. Spooky Island.
Yeah, Spooky Island. He came up with Spooky Island. So come on.
Goddamn genius.
So come on.
Yeah.
So he's in charge of DC's movies now, and they're starting everything from scratch. So the first big one, the first movie that they're doing is this new Superman movie. Trailer comes out for it on Thursday. Teaser trailer. And you know me. I love comic books. And I love superheroes. I'm very nervous because, obviously...
Who is Superman?
Some guy.
Okay.
But DC, I feel like this movie, it can't just be good. Because this is like their third attempt, it feels like, to get something going to try and keep up with the MCU.
Which also sucks.
Yeah, if you're starting at a deficit like that,
No, I mean the MCU.
Oh, certainly. But let's see what the next round happens with it. I think
they fucked themselves.
Well, it's so difficult to. I mean,
but
their first section was so incredible. Those first 10 years were amazing.
Thing is that the thing about that is that's also the superheroes that people like.
It's interesting you say that because that really was not the case when those first movies came out.
Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk.
Yeah, Thor. The reason that Marvel still had the rights to those characters as opposed to Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and X-Men is because those characters nobody really cared about. Even a lot of comic fans, like Iron Man was never the best-selling book. He was never the most well-known superhero.
Maybe I just don't remember.
Yeah, it's just a different... I mean, we
BM.
were... BM.
Yeah. BMCU.
BMCU.
Before Marvel Cinematic
Taking
Universe.
a BMCU. I love it. But yeah. So this new DC thing, I'm worried because it's got to be great. If it's not like a huge triumph, then I feel like it's another failure, which is crazy.
And they still won't let us see Batwoman.
Batgirl. Yeah.
Which is bullshit.
I know. Even if it's bad, I want to see it. And I don't think it's going to be that bad.
What's Vince's movie from Entourage? No, the movie.
Aquaman. He's in Aquaman.
Entourage
Queens
the
Boulevard.
movie.
Oh,
when he directs in Entourage the movie.
Yeah.
He directs his own movie when Ari comes back as.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't
remember what it's called either. But he's like a DJ who drugs people and incites riots.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't remember.
Dude, I watched Entourage the movie the other day because it was on, I don't know, like a Delta flight or something.
Yeah.
So good, dude.
The movie.
Okay, I agree. But I almost can't rewatch the show anymore because I've seen it so many times. And, like, the show is good when you don't remember it in, like, different segments because different parts, like, are good.
Yeah.
But after, like, you watch it all a couple times, like, you watch it the first time and maybe, like, Queens Boulevard, Vince is your favorite, and then you start to get pissed at the end, and then you watch it again, and then you're like, well, Medellin Vince is like awesome, and then you know what I mean, and then Aquaman Vince, and so you like different parts, but then eventually, like, they all kind of start to piss you off because you're like, you wish you could take the best parts of, like, the show and, like, merge them all together, and I think that the movie does a pretty decent job of that. Because obviously it's not as good as, like, the show. Like, it'll never be as good as watching the show for the first time because you're condensing what, you know, was X amount of seasons into one movie.
Yeah.
But the movie does a good job of, like, showing all the different stuff because, like, Ari comes back. He's still his, what's his assistant's name?
Lloyd.
Lloyd still, plays a part. He's still in family counseling with his wife because he's got anger problems and, like, all this shit's going on. Vince is having his own thing because of Emily Ratajkowski or whatever her name is. You got E, who's banging chicks, fake gets pregnant and an STD in the same moment so that, you know, and then he gets back together with Sloane for the baby. And then you got Turtle, who's like this gajillionaire now because he starts the tequila company with Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
And he's trying to fucking date
Wendy Wu?
No, the mixed martial arts fighter.
Ronda Rousey. That's right.
And then you got Johnny Drama, who stars in the movie, and then the guy wants to cut him, so then he gets all depressed, and it's like full circle Johnny Drama, and then Vince doesn't want to show the movie, and then all that stuff happens.
It's so hard to make a movie after you've had a huge successful TV show. Like
and you got Mark
never
Wahlberg
goes well.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add that to the mix. It's a lot of chefs in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying?
What did that guy do? Like, did he ever do anything else?
Adrian Grenier?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He owns like a farm, I think somewhere, might even be upstate New York, that he and his wife like live on, and he does a lot of with some charity, something about water, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. It's a big deal for him. But you know, the thing is,
shout out to it.
And I've heard people who are like big fans of the show Entourage say this as well. But like for the idea of Vince being like this huge movie actor, Adrian Grenier is not the best actor, like legitimately.
Vince is a weird character. Like, Vince would be a tough character to play.
I bet you, yeah.
Because he's
true.
very
it's a hard,
and he does. Yeah. I think he does a good job of being Vince,
especially in the later seasons. I think.
Yeah, but that's the other. Like, I don't know.
Because a lot of the early seasons, he's so laid back, and then when you start to get into more dramatic stuff, even though you're watching it as a viewer and you're like, God damn it, Vince, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
Like
why are you
selling
it? And not going to that like interview? Like, just fucking read the script, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I like
get your act together.
I like E's evolution too in that. Like, I like that E becomes his like man. You know what I mean? Like, E's always kind of, but then E really becomes his manager, and Ari Gold, as you know, you got me the
one
book.
of the best
I just came across
television
that book
characters
the other
of
day.
all time. Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, yeah, all time.
Absolutely.
You want to do Who Win the Week, speaking of?
Yes. And I will remember it.
I
got it. I got it. I actually wrote down. The Who Would Win of the Week this week is Scud. The Who Would Win of the Week this week is
Scub.
The Who Would Win of the Week this week is Scut Fargus, the bully from A Christmas Story, versus Buzz, Kevin's older brother, the bully from Home Alone. A couple of Christmas bullies going at it.
Are you sure we didn't do Scut Farkas against Nelson?
Yes, because we did. I'll look who we did against Nelson.
Because now I'm nervous.
I'll double check this right now, live on the air. But I know it wasn't.
Because this would be an all time. We'd have to cut this.
Yeah, let's see. No, yeah, we did Nelson versus Biff Tannen from Back to the Future.
All right. So we're back on. So this
is
again.
So that's bullies. This is Christmas bullies. Who would win of the week this week once again? Scott Fargus versus Buzz McAllister, I think, because it's Kevin's brother.
Yeah.
Good matchup. You know, I'll tell you, I was just watching Home Alone. Buzz does not hold back. Quintessential 90s, like, fart breath, booger breath,
he's
like
got
all
the
that
haircut
shit.
Too.
Oh, big time bully haircut. And he's got those fucking eyes like a bully. Yeah. Both like kind of like rat-faced. No offense. I don't mean this as any offense. But like rat-faced, redheaded kids.
Yeah. No mullet on the one, because doesn't Scott Farkus have like a ponytail of some sort?
No, I think it's just because he's got that raccoon hat on.
Yeah, he's got the Davy Crockett.
Yeah, he's rocking the Crockett.
Dude, I got
a Crockett rocker.
Dude, I might get a Davy Crockett and pull it out,
bro.
Like for when we do curling. Dude, I might.
That's a good idea.
You want? If I can find some Davy Crockett's, you want one?
I can get us those so fast.
All right,
I can get raccoon hats embarrassingly quick for us.
I want real raccoon though.
Yeah. Okay, fine. That'll take me maybe 5 more seconds than a normal one. So let's think about this. I mean, Buzz is a big kid.
Yeah.
And it's not like he has a ton of screen time in either of the Home Alones, but like
he makes the most of his time.
He does make the most of his time. And when it comes to like the confrontation here, you know, Scott Fargus, his whole thing is
Fargus.
Or
Fargus. I think it's Fargus.
It's all the same. Only the names will change. But in A Christmas Story, you know, he pushes Ralphie to the limit, and then Ralphie fucking tees off on him, beats the hell out of this kid. And obviously then Scott is kind of like shown to be not this kind of big swag. Yeah, he's a bit of a bitch. He's not this big swaggering guy that he tries to present himself as. Buzz never has that moment of comeuppance, and I don't think that Buzz would ever be in that situation.
See, I think it's tough to say because I don't think that Kevin McAllister has that. Like, I don't think he would snap like that.
Well, it's different because even there. I just watched in Home Alone a huge thing that has an effect on the plot is Buzz eats the last slice of plain cheese pizza.
Yeah.
So Kevin, you know, like full on little brother, like tackles him.
Yeah.
And that's what makes
gets him sent up
to the attic and stuff.
Yeah.
And why he ends up being left home alone.
Well, but so here's my thing. I think that all bullies have a touch of that though. Like I feel like this is exactly how our last bully conversation went, was like, you know, they're a lot of talk, and when they get punched back, they struggle with that. But I don't think Kevin McAllister has in him what
Ralphie does.
What Ralphie does, like, because Ralphie like goes loose cannon, like sees red. And
pretty sure
snaps.
He calls him the N-word. If you watch that, I remember like watching the Ralphie beating him up scene and being like, "Excuse me, I'm saying watch it this Christmas season, folks. I'm pretty sure Ralphie calls Scott the N-word. I know it's crazy, but I'm telling you, it's in there. I've watched it a couple times. I'm like, that is the N-word. But I just think Buzz, with his size, with
he's got
everything we've known about him, I really think that.
What do you think Buzz is? 14? Because I think he's older than
he's
Scott
about 14
Farkus too. I think Scott Farkus is like 12, which isn't a huge.
He might be.
2
I
years.
think he's 13.
You think he's 13?
I think he's 13.
You think he's a teenager?
Yeah, I do.
All right. They're both fucking. I know you said no disrespect. They're both ugly mugs.
Yeah. That's
Scott
part
Farkus
of it.
More.
That's part of it. But I really don't see Scott having any hands. And Buzz, maybe he's not like the most trained guy, but you know, he's got those big old hand fists. He's fucking boom, boom,
you
boom.
Think so? Yeah,
pounding on him.
I agree. And again, to your point, like, we know for a fact that Scott Farkus can't take a punch.
There's bitchness on record. He's been bitched out on the record.
So
that's a fact.
I like Buzz here. I like Buzz McAllister.
Yeah, I like Buzz McAllister for this one as well. Yeah, I really.
He's got a tarantula.
Yeah, and like Scott Farkas is like he's a street urchin basically.
I was gonna say Scott Farkas probably has a pet spider too, but it's just like a spider
It's just
caught
a wild
in his trailer
one.
on a string.
Oh.
Keeps on a string.
Yeah,
keeps on a
he
piece of
definitely
floss
does. Tells it all his
that he
secrets.
garbage picked. Yeah, it's his best friend.
Yeah, he got home
Yeah.
from Ralphie.
He doesn't have a teddy
beating him
bear,
up.
so he cuddles with his spider at night.
Aw.
It's not acne on his face. Those are
Those
spider
are spider bites. It's
oh
not
man, I
freckles.
feel so bad. I just absolutely dumped on my
I
boy
know.
Scud.
You do feel bad for him, but he is losing this fight. I don't
Yeah.
think there's any way
and he's a
around
dick.
it.
Be a nicer guy.
Yeah, it's true, but it's also. I mean, you never want to see anybody cry from getting the shit kicked out of them, even
That's
if
not
they
true
deserved
at
it.
all.
It's sad though. It's a tough thing. I feel bad.
Sometimes
for him.
you gotta get. Sometimes you gotta get hit.
I mean, yeah, it did need to happen, and he was an asshole, but
All right, we'll lock that clean sweep.
it's Buzz, baby.
All right, lock that in on Instagram on Friday. Who would win the week? Buzz McAllister versus from Home Alone versus Scud Farkas from A Christmas Story. Battle of the Christmas Bullies.
Battle of the Christmas Bullies, baby. Wonderful, wonderfully done. Is it time to get out of here?
I got a question for you.
What?
Before we go, it is time to get out of here.
Okay.
I don't know if you want this on record, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Uh-oh.
How did the show go?
Oh, the new play.
Yeah.
Folks, I'm in a new play, Desiderio's Dinner Theater, if you're in the Buffalo, Cheektowaga area. Went very well.
Good.
We had 4 shows for this opening weekend.
And they were all
Yeah, they were all pretty solid. Opening, maybe a little shaky, you know,
okay.
to be expected, I guess. But
Really came to after that.
100%.
Nice.
The Saturday night show, I got the longest laugh on stage I've ever gotten. Like it was a
You had to pause a
legitimate.
second. For
There was
your
a
next
full
line?
pause. Like the great actress Jessie Miller, who's playing my wife in the show. We were backstage after, and she's like, I had to hold for a long time, which I guess is like actor talk for like waiting
Yeah.
to like say your next line.
That's. I don't think that's actor talk. I think that's.
Sounds like
that's what
actor talk to me.
I had to hold.
Sounds
for,
like
I had to hold
like.
for a long
Well,
time.
man, you're not in the business, so
Yeah,
you
that's
might not
true.
understand.
That's true.
You know, we
I've
have a
never
certain
broken
way
a
of
leg.
speaking to each other.
Yeah.
You gotta
I've
break
only ever
legs,
broken
dude.
ankles.
I thought you.
That's
cool.
I didn't even mean it like that. I mean, like I've only ever had a broken ankle myself.
Oh,
But
really? Because you had that huge cast.
I've
one
had a
time.
bunch of them. Yeah,
but that
a
was
couple
just
leg
ankle.
casts. Yeah, ankles. Also, some tendon issues. They used to cast me up for a little Achilles tendon issue.
This little bad boy.
'Cause
It's
they
the only
didn't,
bone I've ever broken.
Yeah, look at her.
God, he's so fucking strong now,
How many of those did you do?
brother.
Did you have her good, or did you not finish your?
Oh,
hab?
I rehabbed really good. Actually, I'll still sometimes. This is like what they taught me to do. They were like, just do this exercise
Yeah.
when you're like sitting around.
Mhm.
These 4 stages. I loved it. That was a fun physical therapy experience. I actually put my hand in wax for some reason to like heat it up or whatever, heat up the ligaments, and then I would do physical therapy with this guy who was like a boxer, and he broke his hand doing something a lot cooler than playing dodgeball the way I did.
That's not a bad break though. Get hit with a dodge like that. You know what I mean? Like
But it was a foam dodgeball. It wasn't
Yeah,
like
but
a
those
real
things-
dodgeball.
it was a gator skin dodgeball.
gator skin, baby. That was not the only broken bone in that gym class from dodgeball. Even this kid
That day, or that
it was.
class?
I think that
Okay.
class. I think it was a different day for sure. But this one kid, he got pegged and he like slipped, and he was like, "Oh, my leg hurts. I'm gonna sit to the side." And the gym teacher's like, "Hey, you okay?" And this kid is rubbing his leg. He's like, "Oh yeah, it hurts," but it's like, he goes, "It's not broken or anything." Next day he comes in on a scooter, with
Yeah.
his knee up on it.
Mhm.
That was
Scooting's bad.
that
You don't
was
wanna be
really
scooting.
funny. No, you can't be. Scooting.
That's what happens when you don't have. You get the
Holy shit! I never noticed
Yeah.
that before. That's
Yeah.
a big ass knuckle.
you get
That's a bus driver knuckle.
you get the crooked finger. I got sweaty palms right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they're glistening.
you get the
They're
you get the-
glistening
Yeah,
palms.
my bad. I got sweaty hands, dude.
I'm getting blinded.
I'm
They're catching the
dude,
studio
I'm
lights.
Naturally sweaty hands.
Natural.
Like there's always be sweating,
Yeah,
and it's like a real point of contention in my life. Like I got to.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that.
That's all I got though.
No, not bad. Not bad. Yeah. Well, we can get out of here. I'll save some other. Yeah, there's
What'd you
nothing
have?
really. There's nothing really
You
good.
didn't have anything about planes that go straight up.
No. Yeah, I don't have the fucking gold mine that was that conversation. But I did want to say, just as a little point here, once again, a fishing net in the ocean, came up, $1.7 million worth of cocaine. Why is all this cocaine? Like,
because that's what they do.
There's so much cocaine out there, though. Like,
yeah.
But there's so much.
Yes, I know.
Like, it's just an impossible amount of cocaine.
If you just go somewhere on a Saturday night, you just look around, you're like, that person is probably doing
but
cocaine.
this is like so... I mean, there's like so much cocaine in the world.
Yeah, they'd be
really
distributing it.
It's really just... I mean, I'm
Haven't
obviously not a cocaine man,
Haven't you ever seen Kingsman, A Golden Circle? 2 Kingsman references, 1 episode. What's up?
You're welcome.
And Poppy talks about how big of an industry it is.
I'm really not paying attention to that part. So I'm like, oh, Julianne Moore looks good in this movie. Oh, she's got robot dogs. That's basically what I'm thinking
eats
about.
Human. That's what she eats. She's a cannibal.
Oh. I never really put that together. I know she minces up that guy and cooks that burger, but I thought that was just kind of like a power move to be like, now you got to eat your friend.
Well, I mean, it was in that moment. What do you think she... Do you think she was like? She's in a fucking in Mayan ruins that are undiscovered. What do you think she's just got? There's no cat. You see any cattle around?
That's a good point. That's crazy. It'd be very nerve-wracking working for a cannibal, I have to imagine.
Yeah, yeah, especially one who runs a giant drug empire who's trying to kill half the world.
Well, that's its own thing. You know, I can get over that if the money's good enough, but if you're gonna be eating my friends, you know, like what happened to?
You're gonna be eating your friends. That's the thing.
Oh,
Angel wasn't so angelic.
Good line. You can't beat that writing.
Yeah,
goddamn. I wish they'd make another King's movie.
Elton John.
King's Man.
They
that
did,
movie was so bad. That movie was terrible.
They had such a good opportunity to like be a prequel of like how the Kingsman really started, and it sucked.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Andy, I love you.
Love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.